Hey, buddy, what's up?
What's up?
What's going on?
You got Puma on the mic.
Tony T right next to him.
Charles the future.
We are the future Charles.
Not them.
Not ever them.
Not ever them.
Not ever them, because this is where it's at. This is where we're going to do our thing. It's another good day.
Yes, it is.
It's evening now, right? It's a good evening. Man. I'm happy to see you guys. Back to the old setup at the bar.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's good though, right?
I like it.
Yeah, but we got bigger things coming up.
Yes, we do.
We're gonna have some fancy shit coming up.
I still don't got to set up.
Hey, oh wait, we didn't say hello to one person.
No.
He doesn't want to say
He
hello.
likes to be in the background.
I'm waiting for you guys to finish your intro.
We got Bucky in the back doing his thing, holding it down. You know how we do it.
Hello, ladies.
What
What are you, Val Venus?
Sure.
Well, tell us what's going on today.
Yeah, we got a packed show. We're gonna get into our World Cup update. Then we got our BMT movie review or a movie remake of Die Hard, and then we get into the main subject: dating with no color lines.
That's a jam-packed show.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
So should we jump right in?
Let's just jump right in. Let's get into that World Cup update.
Now let me move this right here. Oh, there it is. The World Cup, man. It's been going on for the past 3 weeks.
It has.
Today was the last quarterfinal match, right?
It was.
It was. So we got 2 teams left. We got Argentina. We got
France.
France.
Francia.
Le Bleu versus Celestia. Is that how you say it? Is that how you say the team?
Not sure.
Okay, it doesn't matter. But those are the last 2 teams. But we've been watching this since the beginning,
It's November.
since the middle of November.
Unusual.
Yes, because normally the games are being played in the summertime,
Summertime.
but because it's in Qatar,
It's extremely hot to do it during summer. So it has
very
to do,
hot.
I
So put it like this: it's their winter time, and it's like 80 degrees out there right now. It's still warm over there.
It's a desert.
It's a desert. Man, they built everything. I mean, there's obviously a lot of controversy with Qatar about how they stole the bid to get the rights to host it and all that.
Oh, yeah.
There's some money going on and money
course.
involved in that. But you know what you got to do. What you got to do. Now, who are you going for?
The final?
No. In the beginning. In the beginning.
USA, Mexico, and Japan.
In Japan.
Yeah.
Why Japan? That's why when you told me that, I was like,
Because they started in the World Cup in 2002. They started from that time until now. They have proved.
And they did really well.
Yes,
I
they
mean,
did.
they actually should have gone a little further.
They did.
They got stopped by Croatia, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Was it Croatia?
I think so.
Yeah. And in a penalty shootout.
Yeah.
But dude, they played very, very well.
The thing it has a lot of advantage in Japan, the speed.
The speed, they were very, very, very
They
fast.
just need to improve their skills so they can compete with everybody else.
That's right. But it was fun to watch. There was a lot of good teams. Now,
There
for
was.
me personally, I had to go with USA, of course.
Yeah.
Ecuador, because we're Ecuadorian. I have to go with my little dark peoples, except for this one. So I have to start already. I'm already starting. This is how it goes. I did like Argentina from the beginning because Messi is my favorite player. I saw him play here when they came to town back a few years ago.
Yeah.
Which they made it to the final. Man, how about you? Were you rooting for anybody?
Oh, I'm pissed. I'm the same as you, but instead of what did you have? USA, Ecuador, and what?
And Argentina.
Nah, I'm Brazil.
Oh, you were going for Brazil.
Yep.
Ah, man, Croatia beat them in a shootout. That was actually a great game. Brazil should have won that game. They had more chances, and they gave up a goal in the penalty time, right?
Yeah.
But in the shootout, yeah, I was watching that. It was brutal. It was sad, man. They were crying.
They were.
How about yourself, Bucky? Did you even care? You're not. It's not.
You're talking about like kickball, right?
See, this is what I'm saying, right? So the answer is no. He said no.
Yeah.
This is the World Cup. You know what? There is no.
I guess for him, it's the World Kickball.
Well, the thing is, there's no Filipinos don't kick.
No, I've never seen ever been a World Cup.
they only box, huh?
They have good boxers.
I guess so.
Right?
Sure. Yeah.
Do they have an Olympic team?
Probably a bobsledding team. I don't know.
That's cool.
Cool runnings, man.
Right?
Maybe.
That's the first thing I thought of.
I don't know.
You know your stuff, man.
Sure.
Okay, that's good. That's fine. Yeah, but watching it from the beginning, I saw a lot of good games. I mean,
I had to wake up 2 in the morning and watch a couple of games.
there was games at 2 in the morning, 7 in the morning, 5, 7, and 11 in the morning. I was able to watch the 7 o'clock or the 7 o'clock one and 11 o'clock one. Sometimes.
Did your country play 2 in the morning, Ecuador?
No, they never did. You know what? Because Ecuador played
early morning.
They played the first game. They played Qatar to open the ceremonies, and that was at 11 o'clock. Our time. Yeah. Because I think it's like a 19-hour difference, 18-hour difference?
No.
11
hours.
11-hour difference. So at night.
So 7 o'clock here in the morning. Over there was like 6
p.m. at night. Okay, that's what it was. I mean, I saw a lot of good games, a lot of good teams. Brazil looked amazing in the beginning. The team that I, for sure, once I saw them, I said, oh man, that's a team to beat, was definitely France, which is now in the final. Yeah. England looked good, but England's out. They lost to France, even though they played France very well, and I thought they actually played better overall.
Yeah.
But Kane missed that penalty kick. That was sad. He just totally went over the bar. I'm sure those Brits are still crying to this day that it wasn't fair. Portugal played very well. Japan played amazing. That's why I that was a good pick. Yeah. Right? Ecuador actually played very well. They played very well, except to the last game against Senegal. The first half, they gave up a goal. They played nervous, and then the second half.
You know what the funny part is? They always get to that same point.
Yeah, they've made it to the round of 16 before. Yeah, but they never got past that, I believe. Mexico, man, that's the biggest disappointment.
Disappointment. They did it in the end. They put the heart out in the end.
Which is how they should have played. Yeah, because the whole time. Because they tied Poland. Yeah, they got beat up by Argentina. And then they actually kicked some ass in Saudi Arabia. How they should have been playing the whole time. Yeah. So Mexico, man, I'm sure, man, there were so many sad people. I'm pretty sure, especially here in LA, right? And they were out, and they fired the coach. I mean, a lot of teams. Germany was out after they didn't make it through, which usually they make it through. Finals almost too. USA actually played pretty well, but once they reached against the Netherlands, that was done. Yeah. Yep. So there was a lot of good matches, but at the end of the day, only 2 teams stand.
Well, we still have one more game.
Well, we have the third place match, but only 2 teams stand to win the World Cup. Yes. Right. First, the third place matches with the losers of the games that just happened. Yeah. Which was Croatia and Morocco. Who do you pick in that game?
Croatia.
Really? I got Morocco on that one. Dude, Morocco has heart. They need to pull that off. I don't think they're not fit anymore. I mean, that's a lot of games they had to go through, but my heart says Morocco.
Were they the rookies of this one?
Yeah, hasn't been to the World Cup since 1980s.
Oh, nice.
Yes. That's good. They made it all the way to the Final Four.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever you may think about them, they played their hearts out. The way they played today, they actually had so many scoring opportunities. They had some great passing. They just couldn't get through that defense of Les Bleus. Les Bleus. So that leads us to the final 2. What do you predict?
I predict there'll be 0-0 still and go to the penalties.
So 0-0, and who's going to win that penalty shootout?
Hopefully France.
Yes. See, we had this discussion.
He's a traitor.
He's not a traitor.
Well, because if they're not Mexican, he's going to hate on Latinos. That's what I heard. That's what he said. True. That's not true. Well, you said, I remember, if I recall, you said, I hope Argentina loses. Mm-hmm. Spain loses.
He said that.
Who else loses? Brazil loses.
Yeah, he said that.
Now, he didn't say Ecuador because he knew we would fuck him up.
Because he knows he's going in the pool after that.
Yeah. How about who else?
Okay.
Costa Rica? How about Costa Rica?
No, because I knew they would not go far.
Okay, that's fine.
I was picking for Canada if that was the last hope.
Canada actually played very well. They didn't have enough.
But that was my last resort with the people from North
America.
Okay. You know what? Canada says stick to Rocket League.
Well, you are Rocket League. Hey, is there a Rocket League World Cup?
There is.
Yes.
Yeah. There's all that shit.
Jadani won for a World Cup for Rocket League.
He did. Jadani, what's up, Don?
Yeah, you got a tournament winner.
All right. Well, my pick. My heart wants Argentina to win, but I honestly feel France is just the best team. They find ways to win. They take advantage of their scoring chances.
Remember, they're exhausted.
I believe
both countries are exhausted already.
I do. I see that. So my prediction is 2-1 in regulation, France over Argentina. Sorry, Messi. Even though Messi was my favorite
How about you, Tony T?
player. Any
I'm
prediction?
going for France.
No, but the prediction of the score.
Shoot. I think it's going to get tied and go to penalties.
1-1, 2-2.
Maybe 2-2, go to penalties.
That's not a bad prediction. I can see they can score.
Oh, it's
going to
be fire. They're going to be fire.
because these are two amazing offenses with amazing players. So I can see that.
Yeah, they need to die for the gold World Cup.
That's it, man. Lay it all on the line. It's this Sunday.
This is where you do it.
All right. Well, I can't wait to watch that game. So we're going to watch that. We had to talk about this a little bit because this is the only thing we've been talking about.
Yeah, it's every 4 years. It's
every 4 years. So we won't see this again.
20,
By the way,
2026.
it's going to be here in the U.S.
3 countries.
3 countries: U.S., Canada, and Mexico.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So maybe we'll be able to go get some
Fantastic.
games in and watch it live.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's funny. They didn't know coloring, because all the people meet all the countries.
Wait.
I know I kind of lost you there.
yeah.
They didn't even know color lines.
Yeah. The whole countries come to see each
Canada,
other.
Oh, yeah.
US,
No, I'm
Mexico.
saying in Qatar. Everybody came there.
Everybody
Me too.
came to
So
Qatar.
they might fall in love with somebody.
Yeah.
Different country.
Yeah. Well, like you did with Japan, right? Like you see the way they play. For me, Morocco, like the way they played, and I've seen them play enough. Like they earned my respect as players, as a team. Obviously, they fell a little short, but yeah. So I see that it brings people together, and we're gonna have a lot of people here in 4 years.
Oh yeah.
So there you go. That's our prediction. Any predictions?
They're gonna make a goal. Oh, goal,
I believe
right?
that.
Or basket, whatever it is.
Scored 2 baskets and 1 field goal, and a touchdown.
That sounds right.
And a touchdown.
In a hockey score.
Yeah. 7-7. I don't know.
That's the sport they say goal, right?
That correct.
Goal.
That's exactly how it sounds like, but with more enthusiasm and with a nicer voice.
Great.
Well, there you go. What's it called? Does that mean Mexico trip in 4 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they have in the TJ, they have the big ass.
Are they gonna have it there though? In that stadium?
Probably in DF maybe.
Maybe, right? Definitely Mexico City.
Yeah.
So it depends on which cities are gonna have it. I don't know which cities are gonna have it in the U.S. I hope.
They say one here in
LA, right?
Coliseum.
In the Coliseum.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
I'll go to that.
There you go. I mean, it's just an experience.
They might do one at the Rose Bowl.
That could be the case too. That could be the case.
Or at LAFC.
Yeah. Was there wait, Galaxy?
Screw the Galaxy. LAFC is all the way, dude.
I go for the Galaxy.
They're not in LA.
It's close enough.
Nice.
All right, lead us into the next one.
So let's get into this. BMT's movie remake of Die Hard.
A Christmas movie.
But
What? Okay, we've had a discussion because we've done movie remakes before, and because it's the holiday season, we said we should do a Christmas movie.
Yes.
And we were like, which one? Home Alone, National
We had
Christmas
picks.
Vacation.
Oh, we had a lot of picks.
And I said, like the best Christmas movie of all time, Die Hard, and they're like,
No, it's not Christmas.
dude, it's happens during Christmas. It's a Christmas party. The only reason they're robbing that place is because it's Christmas time. Because the security will be easier to break down.
Yes.
It's a freaking Christmas movie, and everybody's happy at the end. And he says, "I'll have a machine gun now." Ho ho ho. Christmas movie.
What's the moral of the story? I mean, Christmas movies usually have morals, right?
It means you don't let the bad guys ruin Christmas. Thank you, Bruce Willis or John McClane.
John
There you
McClane.
Now, this movie came out in 1988.
Yes.
88.
88. So this is what? That's like 34 years ago?
Hold on. 34.
Right? 34 years ago. I just did
34
math
years ago.
fast. Damn. Aha. Right? So I think it's time for them to be able... Now, if they remade the movie now,
Yes.
who would they cast as the main characters? So should we start with
Start with the main one.
the main one? John McClane, our hero, the one that saves the day from those evil terrorists.
New York police officer.
A New York police officer that comes to Los Angeles
Correct.
to visit his wife, right? Holly Gennaro McClane.
Yes.
Yeah.
But let's start off with McClane. Who do you see?
What was your pick?
My pick.
Yeah.
I picked. Well, actually, you know what?
I did.
He picked
Two.
both of these, and I had to agree with him. So I'll say one. I'll say one of them.
Yeah.
John Bernthal,
Yes.
also known as the Punisher. Also,
Shane from Walking Dead.
Shane from The Walking Dead. He's just like got that macho bravado. He did that good East Coast accent in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right? Like he has the look. Like he also was a boxer, had the messed up nose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a tough guy, but I could also see he's cares about his wife.
Yes.
I mean, for me, that was when we mentioned that. I said that was a great pick. I see this guy shaking his head. He's like, no.
Nah, I cannot see him play John McClane at all. Like it just.
What do you think? He's like too brutal for the scene?
Well, you know what? John McClane has a little like funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
comedic?
I don't see him be. I mean, he's funny at times, but it's very like dry funny.
More serious.
It's not. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like. It's not like fun humor for me with when he plays a character. Like he has great dry humor, but that's it.
Okay, fair enough. I could see that,
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like he could do the action parts.
I mean,
Action
any
wise,
of them could do the action parts
no.
because they have stunt doubles.
Well, yes, but he definitely has the look and the physique to pull off those action stunts. Even if he doesn't actually do them himself. Yeah, I agree with you. I know that.
I feel like he's too short for the role.
Where lifts? Oh, he's walking barefoot.
Isn't that what movie magic is for?
That's what he's walking barefoot, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Remember we were talking about this, the barefoot.
Oh, shit, I hate that
This
shit.
guy couldn't stand the
I
barefootness.
can't stand the barefootness.
He's like, once he saw the barefoot, him walking around in the hotel, he's like, I'm out.
I was like, nope.
The whole movie, not
The
just
whole
Oh
movie.
hell no.
He could never find shoes.
He could
for him.
not find some fucking shoes.
No,
Somebody had a foot fetish.
not this guy apparently.
Nope.
All right, so I'll take that as my pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have a pick?
Yep. Jason Statham.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Now,
I feel like ever since you brought that up, I could not see it.
Thank you.
But
But
he has to
he's-
speak English.
Yes.
that's the thing.
American English.
Can he pull off
New York.
the New York accent
Accent.
as
I think he can do
a
it.
Brit actor?
I think he can
Some
do it.
actors can. I don't know if he can. I don't know. I'm not saying he can't, but I haven't seen him do it. Like there's other actors that pulled off like American accents.
Yeah.
Like Benedict Cumberbatch
Yes.
as Doctor Strange. He's Brit, right?
Yeah.
Freaking Henry Cavill, or is he Australian?
I think is he Australian
Or
South,
he's British.
South African?
Even Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
Tom Holland. Yes.
Yeah.
You know exactly. Same thing. Well, actually, Andrew Garfield too.
Yep.
Also English, right? But Statham, I don't know. I don't know if he has like that British
Well,
Cockney.
There's no movies that he done like an English accent in,
An American accent?
Yeah,
American
I
accent.
don't think
or
so.
like an American accent. Yeah, you're right.
So it's been just regular, like proper, what they call proper English.
Yeah.
Let's go to the coast. Have a good time. All right. But you know what? Definitely very similar face structure as Bruce Willis. That the look.
Yeah.
I could see him being the tough guy. He does.
It's just the voice part that's gonna need to be fixed.
Now
Yeah.
voice. He has some comedic chops a little bit.
He does have comedic chops. Plus, he can wield a gun better than Berthal.
Nah, he's better than the Punisher.
Oh yeah.
Get out of here. Okay, now you're out.
Have you not seen
know what?
any of the other?
What you just said?
Yes, I have.
What you just said? He's going to jail.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I
saying that
need
about
all the
that,
stuff back, man.
Yeah. Well, your card has been revoked.
You know what? Screw this.
He throws everything.
All right.
And the final-
okay.
and the
What's your
final one-
other pick?
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Hardy.
Also great pick. I also when you said that I was
Yeah.
like, dude, that's really good. Now see, he is also a British actor,
Yeah.
right? Or he might be. I forgot. Is he from another part of the UK? I forgot.
That part,
I'm
not
not sure.
sure.
Either way, he has used. I've heard him use an American accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the MMA one that he was in?
Well, he also does it for Venom.
He does it for Venom, but that's right. But he was like being kind of funny in that.
Yeah.
Which means he could pull off the quirky, funny
Yes.
style of John McClane, right?
Yeah.
The look, I think he looks great for the part. He could get serious. He could be physical.
How tall is he? Do you guys know?
It's like 5'8", I think.
Could be, but so was Bruce Willis.
Yeah,
Bruce Willis is not
that tall.
not that tall, right? Physically, he could be imposing if you wanted to be.
Yeah.
He definitely could play a cop. I mean, that's not a bad pick either. But here's
No, you know what? I have to agree with that one. I actually could see Tom Hardy play that role. I can, because I can see it because he actually has a better American accent than all of them combined.
You know what? I think that's going to be a consensus here. Are we going with Tom Hardy for the role?
We can go with Tom Hardy.
Okay. All right. We got our lead actor so far, Tom Hardy as John McClane. Now his wife, Holly Gennaro.
Oh, I thought we were going with the bad guy.
Oh, the bad guy. Want to do bad guy first?
Hans Gruber.
Okay. Well, if you're the good guy, we need the proper bad guy.
Of
Yes, we
course.
do.
And Hans Gruber is one of the all-time greatest villains.
Yeah.
This character needs to have that imposing, but also friendly, like, because he plays both. He plays evil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But he also played like he in the movie, if you recall, he actually is talking to John McClane in an American accent, saying, "Oh my God, I'm trying to get away," and he plays like scared.
Yeah.
So he has that wide range. Which actor could pull this off? So do you want to say which one your pick first this time?
Well, I don't know if it was you that came up with it, but I agreed with Liam Neeson.
I'll give you that one. And
Yeah.
Liam Neeson,
Yeah.
I mean, he has a particular set of skills.
I was about to say that. I totally
Qui-Gon
agree with
Jinn, right? I mean, he's been in everything.
Yeah.
He plays a badass, and honestly, he's fucking scary. Like if you didn't want to mess with him, he could scare you. He was Ra's al Ghul
Oh yeah, that's it.
Dark Knight.
in Dark Knight. Is it Dark Knight?
The first one.
The first one.
Batman Begins.
Begins. Ra's al Ghul, a great Ra's al Ghul, I think.
It was really good. Yep.
And,
He pulled it off, huh?
he pulled it off. So honestly, that's a very, very strong pick. But we all have our choices. So you said you picked one also, right?
How you say his name? Order
Fur.
Who plays Carlos in Resident Evil?
In the Resident
Extinction.
Evil movies?
Yeah,
Or-
and a few of them.
And a few of them.
Mel Gigolo.
Oh yeah.
He's the strip.
This
not
Bigelow, Mayo Gigolo.
Oh, but he was funny in that.
He was
Hell
funny
yeah,
there.
dude.
And he was also in the Mummy franchise.
He was
And he was great in that. So that right there, he could play action. Right
comedian.
there, Male Gigolo, that was comedy,
Comedy.
right?
Yeah.
Um,
In action.
and action. Could he pull off? And he has an accent,
He
but
does.
now in the movie,
But can he pull off being a German?
he could pull off being German.
That's the question mark.
Because he's very Latin look or Middle Eastern.
It could be
Yes.
yes. So maybe that he doesn't fit right for. But you know what? Hey, in these remakes, we could make the bad guy from somewhere else, right? But if we want to go straight German
Not
again,
if you're going to use the same names. Hans Gruber from
What column?
From I don't know.
how about call him Jose Gruber
What's that group, bro?
From
Was
Spain.
he a
from
mixed
Spain?
race?
Yes, he's Spanish.
Was he a mixed race?
Yes,
Oh shit.
Spanish German.
Spanish German.
I don't know what that is. I'm just making that up.
Well, supposedly he was born from Israel.
All right. Now you actually had a pick. I'll have it right here.
It's out of. I mean, it's a weird.
Should I add mine first then?
Yeah, you do.
And then yours
first.
last.
Yeah.
Now my pick was Alexander Skarsgård. Now I believe he's more from Netherlands, right? So I think he could play German. Now the Skarsgårds, we know all the Skarsgårds. Like these guys, it's the whole family. Like Stellan Skarsgård is, I mean, he's been in so many things. He was in the Thor in the Thor movies as the scientist.
Yeah.
He was also recently he was Luther in Andor, in the Andor series, which is amazing. But Skarsgård, his son, he also has his brother. I forgot which Skarsgård his name is, but he played it. Anyways, have acting chops, has that serious European look.
Yeah.
Like has the look, has the facial, like the goatee, right? He could play a nice guy. He could play a bad guy. I mean, for me, that look looks good.
Yeah.
So I could see that. But you said you had like a left field pick that actually not necessarily left field, but one that we wouldn't normally.
Yeah, I mean he's a YouTube personality, but like the only reason why I'm kind of biased towards him is because I got to work with him, and the fact that I worked with him on Bruce Willis's roast. And he dressed up as Hans Gruber talked to him as and tried to talk to and actually interviewed Bruce Willis as Hans Gruber.
That's hilarious.
It's fine on YouTube.
And his name is
Flula Borg.
Flula Borg.
And he was actually Javelin in Suicide Squad.
He was Javelin in Suicide Squad, he was great in that. Even it was a
super
cameo.
short.
It was super short.
Yeah, right in the beginning.
Take my javelin. And there's one thing I need to tell you.
That's it.
That's the dude with the long hair, right?
What? Yeah, with long hair.
Yeah, I remember.
But I mean, he can pull it off. I mean, he's a funny ass guy.
Yes.
Funny.
I can see that.
100%.
You know what? That's a left field pick. That's not a bad pick. But out of the four that we just said, who do you think?
I'm still sticking with Liam Neeson.
I agree.
I have to agree with you also. I mean, Alexander Skarsgård, I think is good. O'Dare, not a bad pick.
Yeah.
And that one, like you're right. I think he has the comedic chops and
I mean, I'm just biased towards it because I got to work with him at the roast. But like, to be honest with you, Liam Neeson, 100%.
Yeah. Come on, yeah. We seen him play a bad guy as Ra's al Ghul.
Yep.
We seen him play a good guy. He has the range.
Yes.
I mean, I think that's
What
it.
nationality is he?
He's like Scottish, Irish.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's Scottish or Irish. One of those two. Yeah, Scottish, I believe. Sorry if I get it wrong. You can let me know, but I know it's one of those two.
You got to do your research.
Yes. Now, of course, the next character we have to decide is John McClane's wife,
Yep.
Holly Gennaro McClane. McClane, right?
Yes.
So, do you want to go with your pick first?
Yes. It was a Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet of Titanic fame, and of course, she's been in so many things, everything. And she's, I think, age appropriate for this as the wife. I mean, maybe honestly, we discussed these with some of these actors, some of these parts. Maybe the role is a little too small for her. Like, I think she's too big of a star for this part.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she plays a major role in the movie anyway.
Kind of.
But right. I mean, it's more of a it's more of a co-star rather than the actual headliner. But the headliner. Well, we're not talking about that. We're talking about
who would play the character.
Yeah.
Well, then she would play the hell out of this character.
Yeah. Because if you think about it, Liam Neeson playing Hans Gruber, but then again, that's also a big role too. So
I believe what was the movie? Was it Revolution Road? It was a movie that she made with DiCaprio and their husband and wife, and they were fighting in this, and that's the role that she plays. It
wasn't like in 1940s ad
something like that. Yes, exactly.
I think they're playing like in England.
I don't know if they were playing in England or not. I think they were playing in the U.S., but they were fighting.
Yeah.
So that's the dynamic between John McClane and his wife, because they're fighting. They're trying to get back together. That's the whole point. He comes from New York to L.A. to kind of mend their relationship, and they have like this. They love each other, but they can't stand each other. They have like the good tit for tat. I mean, Kate Winslet could pull that off, big time. And I think that's not a bad pick.
I can see another one pulling it off.
Who?
Rachel Weisz.
Rachel Weisz. That's true. Rachel Weisz from Mummy fame.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then she was
Constantine.
Huh? Constantine. That's very true. And she was also recently in the Black Widow movie as
the mother.
The mother.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, to Black Widow.
Yes.
Right? And she still looks great. She still looks amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad pick. That's not a bad pick.
It's not.
I mean, I think she fits the role pretty well. She fits
the bill.
Maybe not as strong as Kate Winslet acting wise, but I think she could pull this off. Right?
Of course.
Right?
I think it could be done.
It could be done.
Yeah.
Right? Now my pick was Carla Gugino. Okay. Now Carla Gugino's been in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Like right now I'm like trying to figure out, but like she has the look. like she has like the New York look, but she's in LA. She's been in so many things. Like I remember seeing her in Entourage. I remember she was in she was The Rock's wife in that earthquake movie.
Oh, shit, what was that?
San Andreas.
San Andreas.
Andreas.
In San Andreas, she was his wife.
Yes.
So she could play the wife role, like, and that was an action movie, disaster movie, which kind of like this is a Christmas disaster movie.
Oh yeah.
I have to keep on adding. I'm gonna keep on adding that.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
Christmas-ish.
It was confirmed by Jeb Stewart, the writer. He said it's a Christmas movie.
But then you said that.
But then Bruce Willis said it's not.
So who are we going for? Actor or the writer?
The writer wrote it as a Christmas movie.
Fuck the writer.
Yeah, but everyone respects the actor.
Thank you.
It's a Christmas movie, guys. But I just think Carla Gugino is just a great actress also. She's been in a few different things, and she could pull this role properly, I think. Yeah. But honestly, when we said these picks, this is
kind of hard to
It's kind of hard to choose
which one.
This movie in general was pretty hard to do.
Yeah. Now, my heart says Carla, but when you say Kate Winslet, I'm like, damn, that's not a bad idea. Like, what do you guys think?
I'm sticking with mine.
I want to stick with mine too.
Sticking with mine. Well, you can stick with yours.
What are you gonna stick?
Tiebreaker.
Do you have somebody? Do you have a new pick?
Oh no,
he's trying to throw us a curveball.
We're not gonna have a tiebreaker. Never mind.
Tiebreaker.
No, actually, Rachel Weisz.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So I threw my vote over here. So we have to flip a coin versus Winslet versus Rachel Weisz. Honestly, we can't go wrong. They're both amazing
they're both
actresses.
gonna come out good.
All right, I'm changing my vote. Rachel Weisz.
There it is.
There you go. See? Sorry, you're out. You're out.
No, you know what? You went against me. You go in jail.
Believe it or not, go against me. Jail. Okay. All right. Now, of course, all this takes place in Nakatomi Towers.
Oh yeah.
And the owner of the building is Nakatomi.
Yep.
I don't know if it's his last name.
That is his last name.
What's his first name?
Hideo?
Oh shit! It's not Metal Gear, bro.
He's gonna look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
He's gonna look. Hey, that's what we have you. Okay, maybe that's not why we have you, but you can do this for us while we decide. We talked about this. We had two strong choices.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me do mine first.
Of course.
Because I think this is not the one that's going to be chosen, but I also feel like he could pull it off.
Yeah.
And that's Randall Park. If I'm not mistaken, is that what I wrote?
Yes.
Off the boat, right?
Fresh off the boat.
Fresh off the boat.
He was also in the new show Blockbuster on Netflix about owning the last Blockbuster. He's great. He's funny, but he could also be a little serious. Mm-hmm. He was in Ant-Man.
Yes.
Right. He's part of the MCU.
Yeah, he's one of the main FBI agent.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just think he could pull it off. Plus, I love him as an actor and as just everything he does. I love anything.
I like it too.
But I can see why it cannot be, because when we talked about this earlier, I can see how it might not fit perfectly for this role.
Yeah.
But I can see it could work. What?
So the guy that played the guy that played the main boss from the Nakatomi Corporation is not Nakatomi. His name is Mr. Takagi.
Oh, see, we're bad.
Wow, dude.
So it wasn't even the owner, and his name was Joe.
And you guys fucking watched that shit.
Yeah, we messed it up.
And I fucking half watched it.
Hey, but the Nakatomi Tower is still a character. Tim Burbank, by the way.
So the boss. We're calling him the boss.
Yeah, the boss. His name is Joe.
Randall Park.
Wow.
Boom. Winner.
I still say it fits to I can't even pronounce his name.
You know what? You know what it is? It's the Mandela effect. I thought it was something else. But his name was always something else, dude. I just think honestly,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Joseph Joe Yoshinobu Takagi.
So
that's what it was in the movie.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the other one.
Now,
that's crazy.
No. You had a good pick, or he had the good pick.
I picked
He picked the Silver Samurai.
Yeah.
But we don't know how to pronounce his name.
Okay, can you say it? Okay,
I will say it.
I will say it. Hiroyuki
Yes.
Sanada.
There we go.
That sounds right.
Hiroyuki Sanada. Yes, he was a silver samurai in the Wolverine.
Yep.
Yeah.
By the way, he was also in
Actually, he was also in
Rush Hour.
Endgame.
in Endgame.
Yeah. He got killed by Ronan. I know.
But you know, like honestly, he's perfect.
Yeah.
He's perfect. Like,
Yeah.
he fits the role. I think that's the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. Who do we have next?
The last one.
Sergeant Al Powell. Powell.
Sergeant Al
Powell, right?
What was that?
I don't know.
Sergeant.
I went to Mario for a second. Powell.
Hey, Al Powell. Hey, it's Al Powell. Al Powell. Powell.
Apparently.
Al Powell. Sergeant Al Powell.
Powell.
Powell. Now you got me saying it wrong. Powell. Which was the
You're
dad
first.
from
Family Matters.
Family Matters.
There we go.
Right?
Yep.
Did I do that?
That was Urkel.
Oh, yeah, right.
That was not the dad.
Oops.
Yes. Say it, the correct show. That is the correct show.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who do we got? No, you had a pick. Who did you pick?
I picked Terrence Howard. Can't say his last name.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just Terrence Howard. Yeah, Terrence Howard. Like, I mean, great actor. He was the first roadie in Iron Man, right?
And he's still mad about it.
He's still mad about that. Oh my God, what was the movie he did where he was the rapper?
Oh, Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow. I loved him in Hustle and Flow.
It's kind of hard being. It's kind of hard out here being a pimp.
Kind of hard out here being a pimp. Yeah, I'm not gonna sing the song.
Well,
But it was there. I love that movie. By the way,
the first time I saw him, it was the Four Brothers.
Four Brothers. Love that movie.
Yeah.
Like that was one of those low key quiet movies that came out. I think Andre 3000 was one of the brothers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Yes.
Terrence Howard. And then what's his face? Tyrese Gibson.
Yep.
That's such a great movie, and they were all great in that movie.
They were.
Terrence Howard could play an officer.
Yeah.
Very strong pick. I would go with that.
He was also what was that? Iron Man.
Yeah, that's Rhodey.
Brody, yeah, you brought that up. Right? Never mind.
Yes. But my pick kind of looks more like
Similar.
Powell, right?
Closest to
Can play serious,
Would
but
have
is
that funny-
but extremely very funny.
yeah.
Tracy Morgan.
Yep.
Tracy Morgan as the cop.
I'm with you on that one.
I mean, I think that it's a little bit of curveball just because he's a little more comedic, but I think he's played a cop.
But it's short. Yes.
Yeah, but
He did play-
but he was comedic the whole time.
And it was short scenes anyways. So
Yeah.
Chase Morgan.
But I forgot that he was
It was like, I mean, it was, not to be rude, but it was
Yeah.
like a big,
Big role. A big
No.
role.
it was a big role.
big
role.
big role. I mean, like a
It was on and off John McClane.
what the hell's a cop's name in Simpsons?
Oh shit! What's the cop's
Oh
name?
my God, Officer.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That's who he was.
I see that.
I totally forgot his freaking name. Oh, now I want to know what it is.
Now you're gonna okay.
We
Now
need to look it up. Come on, producer.
oh bad. But I can see Terrence Howard. I can see Tracy Morgan playing
yeah,
that role.
of course.
Yeah.
Like trying to help John McClane.
Yeah.
Not being listened to, knowing something's wrong. Right.
Chief Clancy Wiggum.
Chief
Wiggum.
Wiggum.
There we
Come on.
go.
Thank you for the save.
Yeah.
This is nice having.
But
I know, it's great.
But yeah,
over here.
so I mean, his character felt like it was Wiggum, just dumbed down. I mean, not dumbed down, but like less. You know what I mean? Because he was kind of comedic, kind of.
Well, he had to trust him if he was a real cop or not.
Right. But I mean, he was also had a donut in his hand when he
Oh, of course.
crashed his car.
That's true. That's true.
Every time.
Now, there's one last character that we can add. He's not a main character, but he does play a little role, and he was memorable, and that's Argyle,
Yeah.
the limousine driver.
Oh, yes.
I have my pick for that one.
Who did you have for that?
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker. But I think he could. Yeah, I think he could work.
Yeah.
Right. I think he'll be funny. He's
But
a little
then-
older. The
yeah.
guy was a little bit younger. He was like kind of.
He looked like a college boy trying to make money. In
Okay, but
Yeah.
this one could be a guy down on his luck already. You know?
We can switch it up. Hey, this is how we can
Yeah.
switch things up.
Yeah.
Right. Did you have it? Yeah,
No, I mean, his character seemed like he was like all for it. Like he was just already excited to be where he was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
he's a party guy. He was
He's a
partying
party
with
guy.
the music.
Yeah.
He's like,
I mean-
let's go have fun.
He's the type of person to be like, yo, I got a limo, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now my pick was Donald Glover for this character, Childish Gambino,
Which works.
which from Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Community, one of my favorite shows of all time. I mean, that guy could do everything, right? But did you have a pick also, or you already forgot? You had somebody.
Did I have somebody?
You did. I know I'm putting him on the spot.
I thought it was I thought we said Tracy Morgan.
No, but that was for the.
I didn't have another one.
Okay. Well, that's okay. I think they both could work.
Yeah.
Again, it's not a big role.
No.
But it's something that both of these actors could make it memorable just because of their presence.
Oh,
Exactly.
Algie Smith. That's
Algie
what it was.
Smith. Now you remember. Now, what did he play in?
Well, I mean, he was in Euphoria and
Right.
Black
Black Klansman.
That's it.
That's the one. I can see that. Those are all good picks.
Yeah.
But that was the last role we got. So, okay.
Yep.
Let's just do this real fast.
Oh,
so, John McClane. We picked
Jason Statham. Or
No,
we ended
Tom.
up with Tom Hardy.
Get out of here!
You're right.
He put in his picks. He's trying to ruin this. So, would you guys watch a movie with John McClane, played by Tom Hardy, Hans Gruber, played by Liam Neeson, Holly Gennaro, played by Rachel Weisz, not Nakatomi, Tagagi, played by Hiroyuki Sanada, Sergeant Al Powell, played by Tracy Morgan, and Argyle, played by, I'll give you Chris Tucker.
Thank you.
Would you guys watch that movie?
I would.
I would 100% watch that
course.
movie.
Just to see that crazy.
just to see that crazy madness cast together.
Yep.
Why not?
Well,
Come on. I mean, look at this guy though.
Oh yeah.
Algie Smith.
Of
Algie
course.
Smith is a good.
That fits too.
You know
But
what? I'm changing my
Oh,
vote.
God, here
Going
we
to
go.
Algie Smith.
Yeah, that's true.
Whatever.
I have to make a change. The movie he was in, it was wrong. Sorry about that. It was in the Judas and the Black Messiah.
Okay, so not Black Klansman.
Yeah, Judas and the Black Messiah. My bad.
Okay,
And Euphoria.
that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I mean,
And New Edition.
okay. Wait, there's a new edition movie?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Was it like one of those straight to like?
2017.
Well, was it in theaters or was that in like a Hallmark special?
Or straight to DVD.
Straight to DVD.
Straight to home
was
video.
home
It was
video?
BET, so.
Oh, okay. A BAT special, new edition. All right. Give me my ticket right now. I'm gonna go to the theaters and go watch this movie. Die Hard remake.
Of course.
Let's do this.
Hold on. You know there's a remake already.
Wait,
right?
where's my claps?
You know there's a remake already, right?
Oh shit, there is.
Yeah. It's
Are
called
we?
Skyscraper.
Get out of here.
Get out of here, bro.
There it is. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. Well, job well done, guys.
Yes, it is. So now, getting out of that, let's get into our main subject, which is dating with no color lines.
Yo, again, shout out to A-Folk who suggested this topic.
Yes, he did.
Right, a lot of these topics that we're talking about in season 3. When we started talking about, when we did a lot of research in these topics, we have our own personal views, we have our own life, just situations that we've lived through,
Yeah.
dealing with this. But the deeper we got into these subjects, the more like there's levels.
Oh, of course.
There's
of
like a
course.
whole bunch of levels to this, and that's a lot deeper. And I think it's a really good idea that we went over this topic because, I mean, this is an everyday thing that people are having to decide who do you want to go out with, right? And should there be any reason to like not go for somebody, or will go for somebody, or not? Personally, I mean, I'll give you my view on this later. It's not a bad view, but but I think this is what I was gonna say. I think what we did find out is we need to go over the history of interracial dating in the United States, because shit was not like shit's changed from the 40s, 50s, 60s now to the 2000s, 2020s.
Yeah.
It's completely changed. Like, I mean, you want to give us some of this information that we found out?
Oh yeah, let's get into this. Facts about interracial dating. over the years. Let's get into this. May 5th of 1943, California required marriage licenses to have the race of each party in it.
So when you got married,
Yeah.
you had to put what race you were
Yes.
to be able to get that marriage license, because I think it was illegal to be mixed race at the time.
Exactly.
Like what I think there was, what else? I'm sorry, I know I cut you off. I know there was another thing to that.
Well, a penalty to that, if that wasn't the case, the penalty was $10K or 10 years in prison for any couple or clerk who defied the law.
So if you didn't state what race you were before you got married and checked it off,
Yeah.
you can get fined $10,000.
That's a lot of money back in 1940.
Back in
And
That's talking about a year that have what, $50,000 in that time.
exactly,
Of course.
exactly. That's insane amount, or 10 years in jail.
Yeah.
You would be jailed for dating somebody
Yeah.
out of your race or ethnicity.
That's insane.
Like that's just fucking mind blowing.
That doesn't sound fair at all.
This was what year was this?
1943.
1943.
1943. That is a long time ago, but that's what 60, 70. I can't do math right
I
now.
don't know what's worse, paying 10,000 or being 10 years in jail.
Yeah, that's
Well, we're gonna-
69 years ago.
But we're going to get more facts into this right now. So
Right? So literally, you would be jailed. Now that's in the 40s and in early, like to the 50s, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, am I next? I think
next.
I am next on this one. So they did a Gallup poll in 1958. Only 4% approval rating of dating interracially. In 2021, the approval rating has switched to 94%. So think about that. In 1958, only 4% of the nation approved of interracial dating.
of course, I can see that.
The same poll done last year, 94%, a 90% switch, which means this shit didn't happen.
That's
Like,
just some crazy
it wasn't
shit.
even possible
No.
to interracial date back in the day.
Yeah.
And if you did, you would be looked down upon. Whereas now, 94%, that's basically the vast majority of people say that's a normal thing. Now, why are those
that's
things?
crazy? It's crazy because in certain states, even in the early 2000s, you would still be like frowned upon in a way. Like people in certain states will watch you in a different way.
They probably still do.
They probably still do. Yeah.
My guess,
Middle East.
Midwest,
Middle East.
Middle East. Or talking about United States.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. By the way, but you do bring up a good point. In other countries, it's not. It's more segregated. I think America is a little more open because we're multicultural, multi-ethnic.
Yes.
See, these words are going to get us tongue twisted, aren't they? But you're right. A lot of places, this is not the case, right? So what else? What else can you tell us?
All right. Civil rights law was enacted in July 2nd of 1964. So it took 3 years from then to allow interracial marriages. Marriages started to be legal in 1967, which is only 55 years ago. 1967, interracial marriage was fully legal in all 50 states, according to the court case of Loving versus Virginia.
55 years ago.
55 years ago. It was only legal 55 years ago.
Yeah.
It only mainly before 1967, it was illegal to be interracially married.
Yep.
Right? So from the law enacted to 1943 to 67, that's 23 years, 24 years.
Yeah.
Right? So it was literally illegal for 24 years. I mean, it wasn't even thought of before that, but it was literally made illegal. And then for 24 years, you could have been fined $10,000 or go to jail.
Yeah.
That's crazy, because I didn't know any of this until we actually had to do this
I mean,
episode.
this information and A-Folk basically
Thank you,
was
A-Folk.
A-Folk was, when he was telling this, he was like shocked. He didn't
he didn't know it either.
Right? I mean, this is before this is now the 60s is the civil rights movement. So we had women's suffrage, women the right to vote, rights for blacks and other races to be able to vote in the 60s, all the civil rights movement that happened, and the ability to marry who you want to marry, right? Now, just because it was legally allowed in 67, it still was probably not looked upon in a positive way.
Oh, of course not.
Right? It took years for that to happen. But just 55 years ago, that's nuts. Which brings up a point that we mentioned. Our parents lived through that.
Yes.
So they had to live through a situation where they couldn't just marry or be with the person they wanted to be.
But I think our parents were teenagers at that time. Or
Well,
kids.
yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But they're
Well,
also
depends
being
on-
molded to the current situation.
Right.
Yep.
Well, even if they weren't old enough to marry, but they were still children, they were growing up
Yeah.
in the 60s. Yes. Right? Because I mean, your parents, I don't know, my parents, yeah, they're about that's the time frame, right?
Yeah.
Now, why? Oh, let me see. So on the next one. Now, there's a Pew Research shows that in 1967, only 3% of marriages were interracial. Today, it is up to 20%. So 3% is basically nothing.
Yeah.
Very, very, very little. Again, probably looked upon in a negative light.
I feel that time it was more like military people went different countries.
That's the only way you're going to
Yeah.
be interracially married,
Yeah.
right?
Because that was the only way I can see it happen.
You're right.
Yeah,
And
that
this is-
happened.
this
That
is-
happened a
Yeah.
lot.
And especially the Vietnam War,
Vietnam.
Korean War, all those wars.
Yeah, that was the 3% right there.
Obviously, in the 40s, we're talking about right after World War II, situation like that. So yeah, so the
It was-
GI stigma of like, oh, you're gonna
Yeah.
do
I
that.
get that.
But in general, like people like
No.
living normally here, that wasn't the case. But now it's 20%, which means 1 out of every 5 married people are interracially married. 1 out of every 5. So, and I think the number is only going to grow from here on out.
Of course.
Now, why do you think the numbers have increased?
That's why I was telling you earlier, the World Cup.
Yes,
The World Cup, it goes everywhere. They have the opportunity to go meet people.
right.
I heard a lot of people sell their houses go see the World Cup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, because it's a month-long
month-long.
extravaganza. Now, this is the only reason that people were kind of upset at Qatar,
Oh, yeah.
because they're not a free society. They're very.
You can't even drink alcohol in the
You
stadium.
can't drink. Women can't be out unless they're with
The man.
the men.
Yeah.
Right. Women had to be covered up.
Yes.
Right. It's not like how it was. Where was it in 2018?
Brazil?
Was it Brazil?
I think so.
Was it Brazil? I think you might. I think you.
Isn't it Japan?
No, that
Japan-
was-
the 2002.
Oh,
That
no,
was
I'm thinking
2002.
Olympics. Sorry.
I was thinking Germany, but that's 2000.
14?
I
I,
think it
14.
was Brazil.
think it might be Brazil.
Yeah. Now Brazil was a party.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
course.
dude, people were fucking
Oh, yeah.
From all over
it
the
was
world.
Brazil. Yeah.
from all over the world. Like that was like.
That's what I'm saying. That's the way people...
So I remember this. I remember this when they would show the games.
Yeah.
They would show like if it was like, Portugal, they'll show like the Portuguese fans.
Yes.
But they would focus on like
One
women,
female, yeah.
one woman, like some hot female. If they show the Croatia, they show the Croatian. If they show the Mexican fans, they show like the look for none of that
Oh,
for
no.
Qatar. None of that. They
Really little.
it's so I do say it brings people now. It does bring people together,
Yes.
but I mean,
Not Qatar.
not Qatar. Now when it's USA, Mexico, and Canada,
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a different story.
come on down, Croatians and Moroccans and
Everything.
everything.
yeah.
You name it.
It's for you mostly because you'll still be free and single. I know you're not. Nobody's gonna lock you down by 4 years from now, right?
Hey, there's 4 years difference.
Okay, maybe he will be like that. I don't know. Okay, now why do they think that these statistics are the way they are now that it's changed to a different thing? Well, the Guardian.com says their reasons are well, obviously there's more acceptance now,
Yeah.
right, for interracial marriage.
Yeah. Definitely.
More cultures in the U.S. Obviously, like
Most
there's
of us are
people
coming
from
up to
like
be the most fucking
Yeah.
mutts in this place.
you know how it used to be, and I remember growing up. It used to be when you go to like Chinatown, there's only Chinese people. You go to Koreatown, only Korean.
I do remember
Right?
that.
You go to like like Olivera Street, only Mexicans, right?
Yeah.
Every place had their own little town, and everybody stayed together, right? Now, shoot, we're all mixed up. There's no really separation.
Everybody
here.
is everywhere now.
Everybody is everywhere. Like for me,
and that's awesome.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up that way. Like my best friend was A-folk and Chester, right? Mm-hmm. He's half black, half white. A-folk's Japanese. I'm Ecuadorian. I never thought about us being different. I'm just like, oh, they're my friends. Yeah. Oh, you're you're different. Oh, well, let me go eat your teriyaki chicken.
Wow.
I
Dude,
did.
this guy.
No, I'm telling you because, and I didn't even think of it like, oh, that's Japanese. I just thought like, oh, that's good food because I would go to his grandma's house. His grandma would make
awesome food.
She made awesome food, like so good. Miss you, rest in love. She made the greatest food. It was just like, oh, I love going to their house. By the way, the University of Minnesota predicts by 2045 the minority will be the majority.
And that is very true.
Yeah,
right.
And it seems like it's already. It's kind
So
of.
we're pretty
it's like
close
already
there
there,
because
right?
the majority in the United States is.
That's what I'm saying.
white,
We're all mutts at
right?
this point.
But yes, at this point, there's more Latinos, there's more Black, there's more Asian in the United States, less whites. Just because we're all mixing together, right? And then, of course, the number 3, younger Americans are more educated now and are surrounded by culture through social media, through the foods we eat, through workplace, and through schools. And I gotta admit, like, like we're society now is we're like more technology savvy. Why can't I say the word?
Technology.
Technologically savvy.
Technologically savvy.
There it is. Hey, savvy, bruv? You savvy?
Speaking of savvy,
Yeah.
technology.
Technology.
Just to correct, 2018 World Cup was in Russia.
Was in Russia. Hey, Russians got down too, bro.
Yeah.
Russians got down. You're fired.
No, he said it wrong.
You said wrong, and I agree
No, I
with you.
say that. I
He
was
going
waiting
to
for-
jail, damn it.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, go to jail. Actually, in Russia now, Americans go to jail,
Yeah.
Nice.
right? But think about it. Like, here's the weird part. I didn't have my first Korean barbecue till I was like 27 years old.
Me too.
Me too.
What?
Yeah. I thought it was the greatest thing ever when I've had that. Now, like, I'll eat Korean barbecue. I'll have
I
sushi.
ate everything.
I'll have, dude, I love Indian food. I'll have that sometimes. I'm like, culturally, everything is around, trying different foods.
It's funny. We all know. we all know
Filipino,
what
like the pancet.
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't believe you.
why?
We know where everything
Because-
is at this point.
No, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I feel like we've been to like Korean barbecue prior to that.
Not with me. Because I remember the first time I ever had it. It was with A-Folk and with Jeff.
Yeah.
They took me to this one place in K-Town.
Okay.
I've never been there. I'm like, dude, I've never done this. This is weird.
I probably went with you.
That might have been. I you know how I know? I was such a glutton that day because it was AC, all you can eat.
We were all gluttons back then,
Yeah,
dude.
I remember that. What happened was after we ate, we were leaving, and I was like, I can't walk.
Jesus.
And I had to like sit down.
Yeah.
And I freaking yacked because we ate so much. We like they give like they bring the plates.
Yeah.
We had a stack of 9 plates like this big because each plate was full of meat. We had
Jesus.
9 plates for like 4 people.
Damn, you guys are crazy.
I never had it before.
Can you remember?
I was like, oh my god.
Can you
this
remember what
brisket.
restaurant was it?
I
No.
it's
I feel like it was an Olympic. I think it was the one that was like outdoor, like kind of half outdoors.
I don't remember it. I know it's in K-Town. It started with an O.
It's still active.
Probably.
I mean, it comes and goes. So,
Yeah.
but
Like
speaking of Korean barbecue, I went twice this week.
this guy.
Nice.
Thanks for the invite.
So good.
Thanks for the
We're
invite.
at
Went to Chosen in
Oh, that's right.
Olympic,
He said chosen.
and then went to one locally called MGD, which is what is it? Meat, grill, drink.
Meat grill drink.
Meat grill drink. Where's
That
that?
sounds like a good time to me.
what was the
Right.
price? What was the prices over that?
The meat grill drink was like $32 all you can eat,
Yeah.
right? Which was it's
Not
not
bad.
too bad.
Yeah,
I
for
mean
all
it
you
was
can eat.
cheaper at one point, but it got popular.
A lot of places went out.
Chosen, on the other hand, for one plate
50.
was almost like $60.
Gosh, damn.
That's what I imagine.
You better.
Six of us.
Better be some wagyu beef
It
and
was
shit.
$600 for 6 of
God
us,
damn.
but it was so good.
But it was probably extremely good. Oh,
It's the bougie. It was the bougie Korean barbecue. But it was so good.
I get hungry over here.
yeah, I know. Your stomach just rumbled.
I gotta take you to that one spot.
Okay, well, take us. But okay, we're getting off topic.
Always off
Stop
top.
doing
but
that
it
to
is a good. It's a good segue because it does show that culturally we are closer together than we ever been before,
Of course.
right? Now that's a little bit of the history that we researched.
Oh, we're still getting into more history.
There's more history.
Yeah, there's more shit.
Wait, are you sure there's history?
Yeah. Well, recent history.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about history.
Yeah.
Now times have changed. The research that we looked up is a little bit different.
Okay. Well, let me get into that.
Go for it.
OkCupid data shows between 2008 and 14, profiles are more open to interracial dating by 27% increase.
That's interesting, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's also what's caused the change into more interracial dating is dating online.
Okay.
Because now, like if we go out in the wild, you go like certain places, and sometimes certain places are specific to one group of people.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go to a Spanish club, it's gonna be Spanish women. You go to a club in like Chinatown, you're gonna be more people of that.
Okay.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas dating online, you pick and choose who you want to talk to.
But I feel women picks what they want. Men just go through like, oh, I like this one, like this one.
No, you are again. See, this is the data. This is why you didn't read the data.
I did.
That should show you that it does. That's not the case.
Well, it's showing the specific, the OK cube for the specific one.
Okay, let's. Can we give them the data? Can we give you the numbers? Okay, because it's not okay.
I know it says match for 75%.
Provided by Match.com in 2010, 75% of people preferred to date within their race. Now, in 2020, that number decreased by 58%.
So think about that. 12 years ago, 70% of people stayed with people of their own race.
Yes.
By the way, AFO brought this up. Race and ethnicity are two different things.
Yes, they are.
Right? So, like in his case, he said the Asian race could be anybody from Asian area, Thailand, China, Japan, Philippines.
Yep.
But ethnically, each one is different, right? Because they have their own cultures and things of that nature, right? Same thing with Latinos.
Yeah.
Right. Race-wise, we're Latinos, right? Mexican, Ecuadorians,
we got Spanish speakers all over the place.
They're all Spanish speakers, but ethnically we're all different because we are raised in different ways. So just a little tidbit right there to explain the difference. Actually, he got that information from his wife.
Yeah.
So May, what's up? One love. Thank you for that.
Shout out.
You're gonna get your little shout out too because you did contribute. So we're gonna contribute some of this information. Yes. What was the next one? You had one more.
So let's get into that. Evidence has shown online dating has exposed more cultures to the masses, which will make them more likely to be more open to dating people in different cultures.
Right. So basically, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
That online dating exposes you to more cultures, which makes them more likely to try something new.
Yeah.
Try something new.
Like
meet someone different. I feel like this is a buffet. You're right. Okay.
Can I get the menu?
Can't get the menu. Let's see. Ooh, let me try it. God. I don't want to offend anybody right here.
No.
Yeah, ladies, you're not a piece of meat.
We're messing around.
Yeah. Leave it it's okay. But you got it. But that brings the point. Like you're right. You get to kind of choose.
Yes.
Right. All right.
So let's break down.
So what do these numbers mean? Now, what kind of people are looking for what kind of people? Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
So let me give you a few. Apparently, Asian, Latina, and white women respond more to white males. White males are safe, apparently, for them. Now, we could try to interpret why that is. I don't know why.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you're white.
Damn.
Bam!
You see that?
No.
He's not looking at you, but he just wants to look at me. It's all about me.
Well, the camera's in front of me.
I live rent-free in his head.
He's my buddy. And I wasn't looking at you. I'm looking at everybody, right? But why is that?
No comments?
No comments? No comments?
The hell should I know, man?
See, he's not white anymore. He's red.
Now, okay, how about this?
Yeah.
black, white, Latino males respond more to Asian women.
I think that's a fetish.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about this? Look at this. Now I'm looking at this guy. What's up with that?
I think it's a fetish and more dominant thing for Asian women.
Well, think about this. Last week we were talking about the porn.
Yeah.
And what people are looking for. And it was Japanese, it was hentai, it was like Asian themed. And it's like reality, like, or actually your imagination of what you want in porn. Do you want to make that in real life? Because that's what this is suggesting.
Okay.
I'm putting two and two together.
Yeah.
I'm putting all the information that we talk about together because this shit's fucking crazy.
Deja vu.
Deja vu? Yeah. But apparently they do that. All right. Apparently
What's the next one?
This is the one that made me laugh. And I don't know.
Which one?
Asian men respond more to Latina women.
It's true.
So they looking for that
Jay?
spicy senoritas.
Oh, I know Jay. Yeah.
He loves Latinos.
He loved
JJ?
A-Folk used to love Latino. Oh, sorry, I'm not putting you on blast, bro. You're happily married, but yeah, he's
Mm-hmm.
right.
I can see that.
How about
for
yourself?
sure.
How about yourself?
I'm open to everything.
I know you are. No color lines for this guy. This guy's a good guy.
Me neither.
I agree. For me, it is what it is.
Yep.
All right. Now, Asian, white, Latino women respond least to black men, and black women respond least to white men. Now, why do they choose black men less? We can only speculate. I don't want to feel like I want to go into the mind of a woman because I'm not a woman.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Of course.
Nice.
Not in their minds. I don't want to be in their minds. See, you see why we keep him around? Because he brings some weird shit.
You ever watched the movie What Woman Wants? With
Yes.
Mel Gibson?
Oh, that's a great movie. Okay, you're right.
Ooh, that's the one that has
He
that kind of.
recovered himself with that one.
Yeah. Now I get what he was trying to
See?
say. I got him. And then why aren't black women choosing white men? Right? It could be, it's hard for me to speculate.
It could be a preference. It could be something else.
It could be something else. It could just be like the dynamic of how this nation was segregated between white and black, especially.
Yeah.
I mean, that has to play a lot into this.
Of course.
So that could be it. But I thought that was interesting. Asian, white, Latino, and black males respond least to black women. Now, this bothers me. Because black women are beautiful. I mean, to me.
But that's interesting, though. Why?
But why do they choose black women
Least. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why. I personally don't see why that's the case. But it could be for some reason they choose not to go for that. So guys, what's up with that? So what's up? Okay,
It's just preference, I guess.
it's just preference,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, at this point, all of this is just preference.
Yeah.
It is.
Also, it depends on how you grew up.
That too.
Also, Asian, white, Latino, and black males respond least to black women, right? We said that.
Yeah.
According to OkCupid's internal data, Asian men get the lowest response rate.
Wow.
Why aren't the ladies going for the Asians?
Why are you staring at me?
Because I don't want him to feel like I'm singling him out.
I'm not Asian.
I was gonna
What are you
say.
talking about?
I was gonna say my comments, but I keep that one's myself.
No.
No. Say
Oh,
it.
you speaky here.
Oh.
Speaky right here.
Say it. Say it.
Say it.
Okay, that's all we have to say. Now, see,
That was it. Click.
But see, that's the racial stereotypes that people go through, and let's be real. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is.
That's my opinion.
Maybe that's not true in reality, but because the stigma, the stereotype, that's the case. They're like, well, maybe that's why I don't want to try that. That could be true.
I mean, definitely stigma. Stigma has a lot to do with it.
Stigma has a lot to do with
it. It seems like, everyone has their own way of thinking how people are,
Right, of
without
course.
even getting a chance to experience. But
Yeah.
but there might be people that have bad experiences or good experiences. Who knows,
Yeah.
But like these, these statistics are kind of, to me, they're a little vague.
They are vague because
That's what I
these-
said too
So
earlier.
this is just raw data of what people are searching for, because this is what people are searching for on dating sites like OkCupid,
right.
Match.com, right? Now, why do they choose that? That's interpretation.
Right.
You have to
Right.
figure that out.
No, that makes sense. Plus, you're more open to be more true to yourself on those sites.
Yes.
Because you don't have to prove anything to anybody else.
What I remember that we talked about the other day was, and I think we kind of stated it. It's like a fetish thing, right? You want to meet somebody. So here's the thing: are they dating like somebody like are they looking for Asian women just to try it out? But are they actually staying with those women, or are they just trying to hook up?
That's another discussion,
right?
Yes, I was about to say
right,
that's
because
another
this doesn't
discussion.
tell us how many of those couples that once you find them are getting married or are becoming serious relationships.
Are they just hookups?
Like, oh, I want to try an Asian girl today. Oh, I want to try a Latino man.
The hell is this, a
That's the
vending
one I
machine or
think
what?
of more like the website or app, Plenty Fish.
Plenty of fish.
Yeah.
What's that site? It's a
it's
dating
Plenty,
site.
yeah,
It's
plenty
like
of fish is
OkCupid.
yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. There were more like hookups in that one.
Or like the Tinders,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It's just for hookups,
Yeah.
right? But again, this is Match.com. This is, I mean, of course, people use that.
Oh, of
Oh, and,
course.
and this is also like Facebook. Like Facebook has their own like
Yes.
meet someone kind of app thing right there. Yeah, but see, that's the question I'm asking. Are you only looking for certain people just because you want to just date one and then
Closer.
closer?
Yeah.
Yeah, or are you trying to be with that person?
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't know. That's the data doesn't show that. All right. Am I missing anything else? Oh, and last thing. Sorry, black
What
women
is it?
prefer dating black men, while black men have a low interest in black women. What's
At 16%.
at 60%? Right.
Why
Again,
is that?
Why is that? Why is that?
Once again, maybe they want to try something else.
So any black
But is
women
there,
or males out
is
there?
there a stigma towards that too?
Is there a stigma, right? So I guess because I'm just using the information since a lot of people aren't looking for black women, they're going to stick to black men because they feel like they're more comfortable in that case. Yeah, that could be true, right?
It's a very sensitive topic.
And this is very dude. This has fucking layers, right?
Oh, yeah.
It does.
Now again, these are the numbers. Now we are human beings. We've grown up in this multiracial cauldron called LA, right?
Which we never saw any color lines either.
We didn't really see any color
I
lines.
dated whoever was, I liked.
Right. So okay. Now, am I okay to ask you guys that you're from a multiracial family,
Yeah.
right? Multiracial parents, right? Did you feel there was any issues between your parents at the time?
No.
Your parents
They did their thing.
they did their thing, right?
Yep. That was it. That was normal to me. So
That was normal for you. How
was
about
no
how
change.
about your case?
It was
Bruno?
normal
If-
for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it just felt like a normal family. I mean, for a long time, I thought I had the perfect family.
Yeah. I
Like they did their job to raise me
Exactly.
and do what they need to do to keep me alive.
Did you see now? I mean, if it's okay for me to ask, did you feel any difference from one side of the family and the other side of the family?
yes.
Yes.
Yes. I think that's the most difficult part, right? Because your parents love you no matter what.
Yeah.
And it shows because you guys grew up both to be strong, smart, intelligent. I'm trying to lift them up here.
Gosh.
Well, I mean, I'm working with you guys, so I believe in you too. So,
That's why we're here.
but other people, how about this? Do you feel like the older generation had more issues compared to the younger generation?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Again, and the data shows that because back in the day it wasn't looked at in the greatest light, and now it's more accepted.
Exactly.
The older generation, like you ever get that old grandma? It's like, oh my god, why are you gonna be dating that guy?
Even to this day, some people do have that.
Some people do, but again, I feel like it's the older generation.
Yeah.
Right. Now,
I feel it still exists, but like more than rich people. I'm talking about kings and.
well okay. So I guess if you're a
not
king,
necessarily kings or
No,
anything,
but-
but,
no,
like,
but-
you're trying higher status.
Yeah.
people.
higher status, right?
Yeah, of
The
course.
1%.
Yeah, the royal family thing is a whole nother
That's a whole other
beast.
thing.
So
Yeah.
that's a yeah.
So I think we should focus on the general population, which I think we were part of that.
Yeah.
Have you had any experiences dating interracially?
No.
Not yourself? No?
Nope.
Now, okay. I guess I have to share.
I mean, mine. Like,
Okay.
I mean, I've dated Filipinos, and like, I look. When I was younger, I look a lot more white. Now I think I look like Elon Musk for some strange reason.
You
But,
do
like-
have that Elon Musk. You
have the
shit,
eye-
now
you
it's
have
what-
the eyes.
Now I point. Now I can get it. Now I get that.
Yeah, people have been saying that for the last couple of weeks. Anyway, but
Can I get an electric car, please?
You like
But-
the electric card?
Okay, continue. Sorry.
lost my train of thought.
Oh,
Oh,
wait, there.
so yeah, I was dating. You know, I date Filipino chicks, and like a lot of times I looked a lot more whiter. So I'd always feel very uncomfortable trying to meet the parents, and when I meet the parents, they're kind of like cringing a little bit.
Because you looked white.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know if it's something it's something I felt, but I don't know if that's exactly what they're perceiving.
That's true.
But every time they find out that I was Filipino, all of a sudden, like their eyes lit up, and they're like, "Ah, welcome to the family" type deal.
Aw.
Yeah, come on, come here.
Yeah, but I mean, nonetheless,
Here's some food.
but Filipinos anyway are
Right.
always like
Which
you know, they always want to bring somebody into their household.
dude,
Do you speak their language?
No, but that's where it sucks for me is because I grew up Filipino,
yes.
but I could barely speak it. I could barely
So
understand
like
it.
3%?
I'd say like 2%.
Yeah.
I mean, anything I say is all just food.
Right.
Like I say that in Tagalog, but that's it.
The bread, puto,
Hey,
right?
don't call me that.
I was waiting for that.
That's bread, right?
Yeah, it's bread.
What'd you say?
Puto.
It's
Say
actually
puto?
it's like sweet bread. It's so good.
Actually, jail.
You jail.
That's jail. That's jail. Now my first serious relationship was with an Indian girl from India. When I met her, honestly, I thought she was Puerto Rican. when I saw her, she's like a little darker than me.
What was her name?
And her name was Monica.
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 Wow.
Yeah. You remember Monica? I won't give her last name, but her last name sounded Latina. Yeah. I'll tell you.
Everything was pretty much Latina. First name,
Yes.
last name.
She looked like caramel complexion, like she was Puerto Rican. Yeah. And then I talked to her and she said, "Oh no, my family's from India." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." Like I'm like, "That's fine."
100% Indian?
100%.
Damn.
Yeah. Gujarati. That's southern India.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. In this case, in their culture, they're not allowed to have a person out of their culture. Yeah. So we dated for like 3.5, almost 4 years. For the first 2 years, I was her friend. Like I was her friend.
Oh, to the parents.
To the parents. Yeah. To the parents. And I would come over and like, "Oh, this is my friend." Yeah. And then they figured it out, obviously, at the end. But they accepted me at the end. And I got to know, like, I did Diwali. It was like, yeah, I went to temple with them once, a couple times. I had the food. I still love curry. I still love, like, I forgot the name of some of the food now. I remember,
Mimosas. Vindaloo.
I don't like that. Not my favorite.
Really?
There's this certain chicken that they had that was really, really good. I forgot the name of it.
The chicken Vindaloo?
It wasn't Vindaloo. But it's either here or there. I learned some of the language a little bit, right? Bracelet was Bangadi.
Huh.
Cold is Tundi. Yeah. See, I still remember this stuff. Like, I still remember the things that I learned.
Yeah, so you learned and you had a good experience.
I had a good experience, but at the end of the day, it also felt like it was never going to be anything more than it was. It was never going to get more serious.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So there was that issue. Like, for me and her, at the end of the day, obviously we're not together. But that also was because we were immature and we were like in our teens, early 20s. So, but culturally, like, it was tough, which is weird because she was dating me. I was Latino. Her best friend, Indian, was dating a black dude. I forgot his name already, but he was like the homie. Like, we were cool. Like, they were dating out of their own culture.
Yeah.
And we were all cool. We were all like, we had a good time. But yeah, at the end of the day, there was some issues. Now, I've also dated Filipino. And yeah, it was, I felt more, so when you tell me about like how, like, to bring you more into the family, like, I felt that. I felt like I was part of the family, even though I was Latino. it was still, for me, it was a better experience. I love the Filipino people in general. I love the way they treat each other is kind of like how Latinos treat each other also.
Very family oriented.
Very family oriented, right? And all I know is I gained like 15 pounds with this girl.
Yeah.
Because it's always food, always the pancit.
Always rice.
Always rice. Everything was so freaking good, right? But I've literally dated when I started to talk to people, like a girl, I never thought about, where's she from? Like it was never my issue. Like I've dated obviously Indian, Filipino, different types of Asian. I dated a black girl. I dated a white girl. They're all different. I think I guess my end thing is what I'm trying to say is between you and that person, it's not a big deal because you are both attracted to each other. But you're right. I think it's the outer people that kind of cause the rift.
Oh, of course, it's your surroundings.
So I guess
it's watching you.
Yes, it's the parents, it's the relatives, it's the friends. We're like, why are you going out with
it's
that
also
person?
the expectation of everyone.
People judging you outside, regardless.
Yeah, it's also the expectation and the stigma, so you don't know how it's going to be perceived,
right?
Until you actually converse,
right? But between the person, you and the other person themselves, it's great because I was really close to the people that I was dating at those times, right?
Of course,
it didn't work out, but like at the time, our race, our ethnicity was not the issue.
Yeah, you had normal relationships with them.
I had normal.
It was normal for you.
Yeah.
Closer.
So.
And
it was normal for you.
Yes.
It was normal. But you ever had any of these type of experiences?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've dated everybody. I never had any problem.
You hear this guy?
At all.
You hear this guy?
Hold on, let me get close to the mic. Sorry.
Yes.
No issues ever.
Nah, not at all. Well, no. That's what you went to. Okay.
Yes, because
of course, all the time.
But was it issues not because of the relationship, but because of the
parents,
the culture, the differences?
I don't think it was more the parents. I think it was more the culture.
Really?
As we would go out and do things, people look at you. Some people
scowl
at you.
And also where you living at the time.
Oh yeah, shit.
That include that?
Yeah, that did. I was in Texas.
So
ironically.
That's what I was, because I know we talked about this. You were in Texas when you were dating somebody from.
Yeah, of course.
And I guess over there, they're like,
what's going on here? This is like what, 2007? Yeah, late 2006, 2007.
Yeah,
and it was still like that.
Right. But I think things have changed a lot more.
Oh yeah, definitely.
More recent times.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it was something that you were like, you felt the stares.
Oh yeah,
like you're there, like
100%.
Yeah.
What part of Texas were you?
Dallas, Fort Worth.
How about this? So let me.
I like how you laugh at that.
Oh, Dallas.
And I'm going to ask you these questions because it's on my mind, right? Yeah. Do you ever get like, they think you're one thing, and then when they find out you're the other, they're like, they think you're different, like
all the time.
Like, you're Caucasian, and then you're like, pero you
speak Spanish.
Exactly.
Spanish
all the time,
and they're like, What? I've seen it happen.
My experience is growing up, and people thought I was Latin or Hispanic. So everyone would talk to me in Spanish and be pissed that I didn't understand it.
And you're like, I don't speak Spanish.
You know,
¿Por qué?
Did I ever tell you what happened in school?
No, tell me. I want to know. I want to hear this.
So we went to school together.
Yeah.
I was walking to a class, and one of the what do you guys, those dudes that drive the carts?
The security
came up to me, starts talking to me in Spanish, and I was like, I don't speak Spanish.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. Yeah. And he goes, why not? You're a disgrace to our race. You don't understand your own language.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Like, what I'm saying?
Whoa!
He just went ham on you.
And he was taking books to the library.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here,
dude! I was like,
see, that's disrespect. In my because people just assume certain things.
Well, first time I met him, I thought he was Latino. That was like last week.
Well,
in the mic, please.
Last week.
Oh, wait.
Why are you so racist?
Hey, by the way,
I wasn't racist.
By the way, you don't speak in the mic? Jail. Apparently, we're gonna all go to jail
because he said your name was Eric, so I thought you're Latino.
Yeah, because we're both Eric.
Yeah, we're both there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Bucky.
He's Bucky. Sorry, see, we weren't supposed to know that. We weren't supposed to. Hey, by the way, Jail. You talking too much?
Jail.
This is how it goes. So I guess to wrap up this topic, because we could go on and on about this situation. I think now,
to most of us nowadays, it ain't nothing but a chicken wing.
it ain't nothing but a chicken. If you like somebody, date them. If they have a different culture, I personally think it's a way to learn a new culture. Like,
Exactly.
I learned so much about the Indian culture. I learned so much about the Filipino culture. I learned so much about different cultures just because I met somebody, and you get the experience of life
It's a
with them.
good way to be cultured without leaving the country. Because to be honest with you, if you leave the country and go to other cultures and experience that,
Yes,
it makes you a whole better person, and you understand everything.
True.
absolutely. So, yeah. So my thing is dating on the color lines. Go, love who you love. Cultural, man, woman. What ethnicity, whatever race. It's fine. It's what matters in here.
Yeah.
The most.
Of course.
In my opinion.
Yes, it is.
You guys want to add anything?
But what is love?
What is
Love got to do.
Stick with it.
Got to do with it.
Baby, don't hurt me.
That should be another topic.
Yeah.
What is love?
Write it down. Write it down. Write it down, producer.
That's going on the Google Docs.
That's going on the next Google Docs. All right, guys. I think that deserves a clap. That one, thank you.
Yep. Let's wrap this up.
That was good. That was good. Good discussion, guys.
It was a little sensitive,
Yeah.
We can't push certain things. We can't, but we got most of it what we needed to get done.
We could try
sure
to push
did.
things one of these days.
We'll try it with
Why
another
not?
subject.
What?
Well, I know we got some good subjects.
Why you had to point at me?
I want to poke you.
Oh, you want to say something? I was going to say something crazy or savage.
No, none of that.
What?
Because if I think that, jail.
He straight says
No.
By the way,
you sound like Ellen from 2.5 Men.
Exactly.
no.
Of course not.
I'm not gonna pick on this guy.
How did you know? Oh,
Oh
shit.
God. Okay.
All right.
What we got coming up next week, Cap?
Next week's main subject: dating in the wild or on an app.
I mean,
That's
this just flows from what we just talked about,
Right.
Right. Like we just talked about who people are looking for when they're
Yes.
when they're on the app. But
But
is it,
now we're gonna talk about in person or
on the app.
on your phone.
and there's both. There's good things. There's bad
pros and
things,
cons to
Pros,
this.
cons.
Yep.
I mean,
Or preference, which you'd rather do.
which one would you rather do? Which one do you feel more comfortable with? I mean, this is a deep subject. Again, once we do the research on this, we'll bring you some heat.
in a world of introverts, we'll see what happens.
That's true.
We'll get it done
Dude, he made it sound so mysterious with that sexy
with
voice.
that
of
Bruce
his.
Wayne voice.
Yeah.
Coming back from 2020. What do you expect?
Yes.
Shit. All right,
There you
guys. Well, like, comment, subscribe, follow us. Do the damn thing, and we will see you next week.
And we out.
Good night.
Late.
Bye.